season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught in the backfield, it's Hagan. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Vance. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They go to the wide receiver screen. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cougars.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Quarterback empties his backfield. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And now on second down for this offense. Reading the option, it's Johnson. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Really nice run there by the Tiger quarterback. And, you know, even the great passers like Trevor Lawrence, remember that great run he had in the postseason against Ohio State? That's a staple of the Tiger attack.
Yeah, that was a 50-plus yard run, and they needed it the most. And that's what you've seen. When the offense doesn't have answers to a lot of other things, they always got the running quarterback. And especially in those critical situations, you see it when they get in the red zone. It's going to be a big area. On third down, when I need it, this QB can make things happen.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. The pitch. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if...
Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Dropping back, it's Vance. Using his feet to buy time. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the fullback on that play. Was in pass protection first. He saw he could release out of the backfield, become a viable target for the quarterback, and gains a couple yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Grab near the marker. It's Martin. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Going to look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. It's Hagan. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The run from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, BYU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Option look. It's Johnson. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going for the big play. He caught it. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Dropping back, it's Vance. Touchdown, Cougars! Fitted in the window for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over the Rebels. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Davidson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. No huddle here for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A first down run on the doorstep. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Here we go. Johnson wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Maximum effort for minimal result.
And, Reese, those short passes need to be on the money. Those are the ones where I got to catch the football on the run, try to make a play. The quarterback's got to hit him on the numbers so he can do that.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll He'll start this third quarter with a run. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Extending the play. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking for a man. It's Vance. Under fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Fights off the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll toss it to the left. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man, and that's one step closer.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40, at the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position. About to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall when the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Fires to the wideout. And it's in. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking for a man. It's Vance. Lost one deep down the right side. It's caught. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. They'll try the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Now you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hagan. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So first down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
What we just saw from the quarterback is potentially a benchable offense. If you're the head coach of this team, you got to be wondering about your quarterback here. I mean, not only did you take a sack when you were in field goal range, which is a cardinal sin, but you just lost 20, 30 yards on that last play. I mean, what are we doing?
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Vance. Fakes to grab. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They have taken the lead here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Baylor has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over the Rebels. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over.
Going deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Johnson looking to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Vance. Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, BYU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, it's
get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
for the goal line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff.
That